And with that, welcome to Banjo-Kazooie. I'm Energy Sakura, and we're just kind of a chill LP of this game. So we got this, my 100% game, this, my other game, and this, which we're going to delete. Because for some reason I've managed to fill up all 3 files. So let's go! So with that, this is Spiral Mountain. We don't need it, but if we take the training, we get to see Kazooie snarking off even more. Yeah, the camera controls are usual, and we've got, eventually, a first-person mode as well, which is kind of finicky to get into, but we're probably not going to be using it that much because it's the N64 and draw distance. It means we can't really see anything useful with it anyway. It's less a double jump and more like Yoshi's flutter jump. It gives us a bit more horizontal distance, but nothing really vertically. This, however, is pretty much going to be our main way of getting about. And now we have all our jumps, we can go get this. Everything in this game explains itself. It makes my life very easy. And they also have every item also has its own little voice, which is one of those things, you know, Rare are very good with that kind of detail. And now we have the flip-flap jump, we can get this. Unlike in other games of the era like Crash Bandicoot or even Super Mario 64, extra lives really aren't that common in this game. I think there's 1 or maybe 2 in each level. And while they do respawn, they're often hidden pretty well. So swimming controls. They are surprisingly not awful in this game. The camera automatically goes into follow mode when you're underwater. So controlling things and seeing where you're going, more importantly, isn't much of an issue. And when we're underwater, we're not going to be underwater much anyway. I think in the total of the game there's 3 or maybe 4 levels. Two levels that are specifically water levels. And there's bits in the hub world where we'll have to be swimming about as well, but there's nothing of any real concern under there. And if we go over here, we have our third extra honeycomb piece. There are 6 of these on Spiral Mountain, most of them around the areas where we'll learn new moves. And they're basically our reward for learning a new move. And if we go into first person mode, there's another one up there. But we can't climb trees yet. So let's go, which we'll learn over at this molehill. So we can climb trees now. That's the thing about doing all these tutorial stuff. We don't actually have these moves until Banjo teaches us. And this is a pattern throughout the game. We don't have any moves until Bottles teaches them to us. And if we'd pressed B right at the beginning, when he asked if we were already ready, we would have had all of this stuff straight away. It's nice because it gives you an option of skipping the tutorial if you've already played the game before. So we get to test out this attack on these rocks. It's a really strong attack, although using it in outside of specific circumstances isn't really much of an option. And that honeycomb piece is always in the 4th one you bust. So you can't just bust that one at the end and get it straight away. You have to bust all 4 of them. So we're going to clean up the vegetable patch with what is a really useless attack. This requires us to be standing still, and we're not going to want to be standing still very often, especially not when there's enemies around. So that's pretty much the only time you're going to see that in this game. This, though, is pretty much the bread and butter of attacking. And just about anything that's taller than Banjo, that's what we're going to be using. It's a nice satisfying attack. And there's our last honeycomb. So let's grab that. That, in my opinion, is one of the best musical stings in the game, and it is a damn crime that it only plays 5 times in the game. There are 6 of those in Spiral Mountain, but from now on there are 2 of them in every regular world. 9 worlds, we need 6 per honeycomb, which adds up to 19. 18 even. I can do maths. So we get up to the top. So, let's cross the bridge. The music immediately changes. Welcome to Grunty's Lair. Grunty's Lair is kind of set out almost Metroidvania-like. There are areas we can't get to until we've learnt certain moves. But the most important thing right now is this. Completing the puzzles opens worlds, and to complete puzzles we need puzzle pieces, and something I genuinely don't think anyone's ever seen before is that little thing telling you outright where the first piece is. It's up there. So that's the first one of 100. We need a grand total of 94, I believe, to complete the game. So there's not much room for leaving things if you actually want to finish this game. You need just about everything. And we'll fill that in next time.